CC Wayne saying, well, all right. 1 minute past 1 on a Wednesday afternoon. This is the Midday Talk with Unwabisa, and let me just say it is such a wonderful day with 24 degrees Celsius in PE. It's quite warm with clouds outside. Welcome once again to the Midday Talk. Today online, I am speaking with Aphiwe Magida. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
Well, I am well. Before we get to anyone or anything, do you have a shout out that you want to give out? A shout out that you want to give out?
Yes, I would like to give out a shout out to my girlfriend who has a birthday today. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you, ma'am. A happy birthday over there. Right. So this is Aphiwe Magida of the NPO called Back to School. So before we get to Back to School, can you please just briefly introduce yourself? Who is Aphiwe before Aphiwe is the founder of the Back to School Foundation?
Okay. Aphiwe is many things at once. He is a qualified teacher.
Yes.
So I teach life sciences, natural sciences, and isiXhosa. And I'm also an artist, and I measure in many art forms, which is fine art, which is graphic designing, poetry, spoken word, short story writing, novels. Yeah, and I'm also a curator. I create events, and I'm also a founder and of Back to School, which is a non-profit organization that educates young artists about the commercial side of art. I'm also a 4 times author, going to the 5th book now.
Okay.
Yeah, that is Aphiwe in a nutshell.
This is amazing. Okay, this is really amazing. I love how you actually put it on. Aphiwe wears so many hats, and at the same time, all these hats correlate. They are in the same field, or they do the same thing. You are one person with so many hats in so many fields, but in one place. I don't know if you get me, but that is that. So Back to School. The non-profit organization. I am also reading the bio that you also gave us online, and please do go on our Facebook platform to see the full bio of Aphiwe Magida. He is one of many people. In fact, he has so many accreditations and so many accolades that it would take us the entire day, right? And we don't have the entire day. Back to School Foundation. Back to School, then NPO. Why say Back to School? I mean, it's not it is an educative foundation, but why say Back to School?
Okay, I named the foundation Back to School because I saw a space in the arts industry of the lack of knowledge in terms of the foundation. Because we're passionate to have these gifts that we are given by God, but we do not know how to sustain them. And in order to sustain the gift, you have to have something. You have to make money out of it in order to be empowered to do more. So I said Back to School because it's all about schooling and schooling about the foundation, and the foundation of the arts that we do must go back to the commercial side, so that when we put our art out there, we can know how to market our art, and we can know how to negotiate the prices for the art that we do. So it's Back to School because it's all about schooling, giving information to artists about how they can structurize their art forms. And write proposal, write business plans, and all that. Yeah, so it's all about giving information rather than just focusing on the art.
And this is the Midday Talk. We're always speaking business, and I want to put you in that business perspective. Yes, you are you're an artist, but now you have a foundation organization that is called Back to School, which now is equipping artists into the business world. into the business spectrum. Now, how do you, because you also say that you educate young artists about the commercial side of the art. How do you go about doing this, and who is your target market? Yes, it's artists, but is there a certain age that you're working with?
How we do this, we run monthly workshops at the Central Library, American Corner. And American Corner is one of the organizations that advocates for business and people getting to get the information of business free of charge. So we use their facilities to run these workshops. What I do as the chairperson is to invite guest speakers or motivational speakers who know more about the art industry. We have invited in the past Sikelelwa Vuyeleni, who acts in his series in ETV. You can even find her motivational speech on our YouTube channel when she came to us and gave us the speech. Marcus Mabusela, he has been on TV like forever now. So we ask those people that have like a lot of information, not only information, experience too. People who went through the hardships of the art industry to come and educate us in detail what we must expect in the art industry and what must we do in order to structuralize and to commercialize our art.
Okay. So on these monthly workshops, right?
Yes.
Do you always have someone who comes through, or is it just maybe once in a while when they come, when you invite someone who has a more broader perspective and more knowledge in that topic?
Okay, when we started on 2019, there was always like, because we sit and discuss the curriculum of the year.
Okay.
So we know that, okay, by January we'll be inviting this person, and we have spoken with the person prior to the month. So the person already knows that, okay, by January, the first Saturday of January, I will be at back to school delivering a speech.
Right.
So the whole year, each month, there is someone that we target, so that the person can come to our spaces and share their journey and also teach us as young artists in how we can commercialize our art. And we target young people. To answer your previous question, we target young people from the age of 15, not even 15, 13.
Okay.
From the age of 13 up to 25. So that we can expose them to platforms, media platforms. We have worked with Hectic 99 in promoting our young artists. We have worked with Cape Town TV, which is a local TV here in Cape Town, since we are based in Cape Town. We have worked with like numerous radio stations in promoting our artists and in exposing them in terms of media, so that they can know that art is not only about doing or growing or writing your stuff in your bedroom. The world needs to hear, the world needs to consume what you are producing, because not only for you, you are just a vessel. And the messages are not only for you, but are for the society at large.
When you speak about an artist needs to commercialize the craft, right? Do you believe, or because this is something that I've heard numerous times now, that sometimes an artist and the person who's delivering the art are not always the same person. Sometimes you need to differentiate who you are and then the brand that you are. Is that true?
Yes, you really do need to differentiate who you are and the brand that you present, because for me, I have to speak from a personal perspective.
Yes.
For me, I'm not the same person like Aphiwe, who is speaking to you now, is not the same Aphiwe that enjoys watching Soccer Zone on weekends. So I'm a different person on my personal space. So like as an artist, you just need to separate the two. You need to separate your personal life from the brand, because the brand might need you to present a different type of you and a leader rather than someone who is scared and vulnerable. Because on my own, I'm even scared that I'm speaking to you now on a live radio. But I had to break out of that shell, because I present, or I represent Back to School as the leader of Back to School. So those are two separate things. There is you that is for your family, and there is you that presents or represents the brand that you have worked hard for, which is the art that you do.
If you're an artist out there, and you still feel that you are the same person. Yes, you are, if we're speaking physical terms and normal terms, but you also are a brand. So you also need to treat yourself as a brand as well, because yes, you are different. So now you're operating in Cape Town, right? And me living in Gqeberha, I kind of had this idea. I don't know if it's feasible, but now it's actually a question. If would you be... Do you think that you'd also come this side? And because I believe that you're also from here.
Yes, I was born there in Gqeberha.
Exactly. So now, do you see in the future, or the near future, that you'd also have that the same Back to School NPO this side, so that it can operate in Western Cape and in the Eastern Cape?
We're still looking into expanding our horizons, but at the same time, we still acknowledge the fact that we have a lot to learn.
Yes, yes.
Because we are young, we are 3 years old. So we have a lot to learn in terms of like, how can I say, strengthening our foundation.
Yes.
So that if we reach out to Gqeberha and other provinces, we know what we're all about, and we have employed many people into the organization. And we have a lot that we are doing. We're not only like focusing on art now, we're also focusing on education. We do private tutoring to raise funds for the projects of Back to School. Because through Back to School we have even published a poetry anthology. And even like publishing a book costs a lot. The paper, the printing, the everything, the ink. Now, like we had to come up with ways that we can raise funds in doing those kind of projects. And even the CPUT project, which is already in the library, in the Cape Town Library, in bookshops, and in museums, it consists of young writers from Cape Town telling stories of Cape Town. Because if we can interpret the word CPUT, it means Cape Town.
Yes.
And in Cape Town, we diverse. The African speaking people, Xhosa speaking people, Sotho and English. So in that anthology, we combined those languages to embrace our diversity as South Africans and to voice out our grievances as Cape Townians. Because Cape Town, when you see Cape Town in media, you only see gangsterism, racism, and all that. Whereas there are other stories that young writers experience about Cape Town that are never broadcasted on TV. So as Back to School, we saw that, okay, let's give young writers an opportunity to voice those grievances, to voice those stories, so that those stories can reach the library. And they have reached. Okay, I think it's now I forgot the question. Am I answering right?
You answered and then you went on, and I'm still enjoying this because I want to find out also that are the books that the books that you write as all Back to School. Can we as people who are outside of Cape Town get access to them, and how do we get that?
Yes, you can get access. You can go to the Book Lounge website. They are selling them there, to the Clark Bookstore website. They are selling them there, and we are selling them since we are the producers. And if you can buy them directly to us, obviously the price would be lesser because we manufacture them. So you can contact us. You can contact me on 063 526 1919. So that's how you can get hold of the book.
Okay, and we will be repeating those numbers in a bit. It is 16 minutes past 1 on a Wednesday afternoon, the 13th of April 2022, and you are still tuning into the Midday Talk at Agape FM, bringing the gospel nearer to you. I am Onwabisa, and we're speaking with Aphiwe Magida, the founder of the NPO called Back to School, that is based in Cape Town at the moment. I keep saying at the moment, might be coming back. It might be coming back. So Aphiwe, what are you working on now? Yes, there are the books. Yes, you are planning on your next monthly workshop. So what is in the pipeline at the moment?
Building a library. We have people have donated over 100 books. Private donors, like individual donors. And we have collected from the dustbin, imagine, thousands of books, from writers. So we're collecting books right now, and I think it was Telkom who donated a container to us. So we're trying to build a temporary library at Winnie Mandela Dispatch Informal Settlement. I work there with Usisi Nomhlope Nandi Pakolisile, who is the founder and chairperson of Sinago Reading Club. So she is conducting these daily reading sessions for toddlers, kids that are in primary. She teaches them maths, and she engages with their homeworks and everything, and she advocates for education. She's one of the activists that when you asking for someone who's brave and who is willing to die for the people, I can point at. So I work with such people, such brave people who are fearless and who are who are willing to serve the nation. So we are busy with that project right now. We have over 2,000 books now, and we still need more. Still need more. Library cannot function with 2,000 books. Exactly. That's a small portion. So we need more books. So if people want to donate, you can contact the same number, 063 526 1919. We can come to you. We can arrange the sending of the books.
Yes. Yeah. So what inspired the idea of building a library in an informal settlement?
What inspired it? It's something that I personally have never seen it being done before. Right. But what I observed from the people of South Africa, building informal settlement and all that, they want places to belong to. Yes. Because the rent is high, and you are left with no choice but to invade a space in order to get a house. But what I saw is that after the invasion, there will be shops. Yes. But there is never a library. And I thought to myself, okay, so the necessity here is only the house and the shop. What about education? Yes. Because as much as we have the right to live, we have the right to food and shelter. We also have the right to education. Yes. So what about that right? If the government is not willing to give us the houses that we want, or or is willing to distribute land that we can stay at, how about we forcefully do the library? Because we can forcefully build houses, so that we can also forcefully build a library. But we didn't force the idea, though. We did consult the councillor, and we got the letter to proceed with building the library.
You spoken like a true Xhosa fanatic, eh? A fanatic. I mean, people. I like you also say that Aphiwe is a Xhosa fanatic, and also Aphiwe is a poet. So yes, I get it. One there and the other there. So you building this this informal library, or this library in the informal areas.
Yes.
You also thought, because it's very thoughtful, and I've never thought about it, and I've never seen one before until now, right? So now, are you hoping, because there's so many informal settlements in Cape Town, are you planning, because once you are finished with this one, I know you can never finish a library, but now when the final phase of this library is finished, are you also hoping or planning on doing another one?
Yes, I mean, like as much as this idea is new, but we're not the only organization that is there that makes such such initiatives. For instance, Equal Education. Equal Education has built 1,000 schools in South Africa without the help of the government in the rural areas.
Yes.
There is a lack of service delivery. So they go there and start building schools and ask donation from people. So our hope is to at least reach that point whereby we will be doing like similar work like Equal Education, because I think our objectives are aligning in some way. And also like have volunteers and employ people, because we're not only suffering in terms of providing education in informal settlement, we're also suffering as South Africans in unemployment.
Yes, true.
So if I can reach to a point of having back to school being a like an organization that is fully funded and that has headquarters and that employs people to work for the people, then I will be happy. I'm telling you, I will be like super happy, because like this thing, I'm born with it. You know, like it's something that is within. Like I can't help it. Even if I think of like giving up tomorrow, I don't think I will be happy, because it's something that I love.
Yes.
It's something that I really love, and we're looking at like building more libraries in the townships, especially Khayelitsha and other informal settlements like Lipi, like Fuleni. Like there's a lot of informal settlements that do not have libraries. So we're looking into it, and we acknowledge the fact that we might face challenges of partnering, because we don't only have books, we also have CDs, we have records, we have movies for a functioning library. So maybe people might break, like not even people, like robbers might break in and want to take something, you know. We know that, but that doesn't stop us from doing what we love, because we're doing this only because we love it.
If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. That is Martin Luther King, and that's your poem. Not even your poem, your quote.
My quote.
Yes, and I'm getting the jinx of that now. That and if your passion burns, that's the fire in you. So please do continue, and all the best for your future endeavors. And I know from your heart to God's ears, everything is possible. It shall be done. Okay, do not give up. I wish we had more time. I wish we had more time, but since we do not have more time right now, I know for a fact that once there are so many developments that have come through, you'll contact us back again. I always do this to my listeners, right? To my guests, ask for a word of encouragement, because you've started. You have been. You are a teacher. Oh, okay. I think that is we're having some sort of technical issues right there. I was about to ask for the numbers. So if you want to get in contact with Back to School or Aphiwe, please do contact him on 063 526 1919. That is okay. Welcome back, sir.
I don't know, it just cut it while we were speaking.
Yes, we're having some technical issues right here. I was asking, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Before we close off, I was asking for you to leave a word of encouragement to someone out there who's willing to try, who wants to try, but does not have the support and does not have the means to actually follow through with their passion that's burning and their talent.
Okay, let me just make an example about myself. When I wanted to start back to school, I was confronted by the fact that I didn't have money. And when I presented this idea to my mentors, my mentor said, I'm not even ready to do that. So my only advice to you, you have an idea and you want to do it, just do it. Do it without the financial support. Do it when people are putting you down for having such an idea. And remember that it is only a vision for a reason.
Yes.
You don't have to be explaining your vision to everyone. Not everyone will see it. It's your vision. God gave you that vision for a reason. And sometimes a vision, we cannot, maybe I might not see your vision, right? But show me. Show me by doing it so that I can see the outcomes and so that I can support you. Because people support when they see that, okay, you are proactive now.
Yes.
And this is happening, rather than just speaking that I will build a library, I will build a library. Build it so that we can support. So just do it.
Just do it. And that is Aphiwe Magida of Back to School. Please do repeat the contact details so that we have it on our systems, and also someone who might have missed it at that time knows where to find you now.
Okay, it's 063 526 1919.
So that is 063 526 1919. And if you are not in Cape Town and you're looking to get one of the books, it is Book Lounge, the Book Lounge website, right?
Yes, Book Lounge website and the Clark Bookstore website.
Okay.
You can even visit, if you're in Cape Town, visit A4 Arts Foundation. It's even available there. And Central Library, if you don't have the money to buy the book, you can borrow it at Central Library.
Okay, and there you have it, folks. Thank you so much, Aphiwe, for joining me. It was lovely speaking with you, and I really enjoyed it. I hope next time you are in PE, you'll join me in studio.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Thank you so much. This is the Midday Talk at Agape FM, bring the gospel nearer to you. I am Unwabisa Gqeberha, and today I was speaking with Aphiwe Magida, the founder of the NPO in Cape Town called Back to School. If you missed any of that, please do contact us on 069 402 1131. That is 069 402 1131. And we are on Facebook at Agape FM, and we are also on YouTube at Agape FM. Please do go in there and subscribe and follow us to share, right? Today I'm going to leave you with Nathaniel Bassi saying Imela. The time is 30 minutes past 1 on a Wednesday afternoon, the 13th of April 2022. And from me, until Monday, please do stay in tune for Agape's Top 10, and straight after that, Pastor Babusi is giving us much more love. I am Unwabisa, and this is Aphiwe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And a continued happy birthday to your partner. Goodbye.